So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
While Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it, sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh, okay.
a barb?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So, when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a Barv.
What a story, Mark.
Surprise! The game that had that stuff in it failed. Underperformed by 50%. What do we try to tell you? Nobody wants to play those kinds of games. And all of the video game journalist sites are forced to report it. After all of them gave the game glowing reviews. Oh, it's the best fantasy game ever. Isn't that what you've always wanted in your medieval fantasy games? Where you hunt dragons and use magic? You didn't want to explore gender ideology? What, you say you don't want that in your game? Well, it looks like they have to learn. How many times have we got to teach you these lessons, old man? So Jason Schreier, I just wanted to include this in here before we get to going. Big video game journalist. Actually, not a bad journalist, but still a pretty woke commie, nonetheless, like most of them. He put this out, and he deleted this, by the way. This got deleted a long time ago, but I'm pulling it back up because he thought he would be slick and funny when this game had a pretty decent peak. It came out and it had 60,000 people playing it, and it actually went up. But it was not enough for this game to make money. That got actually proven a long time ago. But now we have the company admitting that it's true. So there's just really nothing that you can say now. But Jason said, go woke, go top of the charts. And it did. Its first week, it did pretty good. Looked like sky's the limit for this game. Oh, wait. Word of mouth got out. People said it sucked and they stopped buying it. Mr. Clown replied to him and said, there's no way you generally like this turd. And then Jason said, I actually don't like the game very much, but I do like seeing you chuds get dunked on. Well, who's having the laugh now? Jason, who, from what I understand, went protected when this news dropped. PC Gamer forced to admit. Electronic Arts says Dragon Age and EA Sports FC 25 underperformed. Even, is that FC? That's their football game, right? And by that I mean soccer. FIFA Cup. That's surprising. Usually that game, these people that are hardcore into sports games will buy the shit every year. So I'm kind of surprised on that one. But either way, Dragon Age did not do well. Did not do well, and they have to admit it. EA confirms that it missed sales expectations by nearly 50%. You know the best way you could have avoided this? I don't know. Giving people an actual Dragon Age game. Not some woke gender bullshit game in disguise that nobody wanted. Every time I looked into this game, somebody that likes Dragon Age, they didn't seem too happy when they were talking about this game. They didn't seem very happy about it. And now you see the results of that effort. The director of this game, gone, has left BioWare. Probably got pushed out to save face. He was probably allowed to just say he was leaving. We'll never know the actual story, but I'm willing to guess he got pushed out. So now the future of Edmonton BioWare, that's up in the air. Smash JT had a report out saying that they're going to likely close it. We'll see. But either way, they're not doing very good. And from what I've heard, the future of BioWare depends on how Mass Effect performs. I'm going to guess that the next Mass Effect will be a shit show. I think it's probably going to be pretty damn close to the same garbage that was in Veilguard. Because there was more than just the ideology of gender. There was more than that in this game. This game was full of modern-day politics. Nobody wanted it, and that's why it failed. No wonder it failed. So, Electronic Arts had a call for their shareholders at an earnings meeting, and all of this came out. Electronic Arts confirmed that BioWare's Dragon Age Veilguard missed sales expectations by nearly 50% while significantly adjusting its expectations for the third quarter downward. In a press release, EA detailed that much of its business underperformed, including its live services, where it noted it projects a mid-single-digit decline after previously anticipating a mid-single-digit growth. Next, it noted its global football division experienced a slowdown as early momentum in the fiscal third quarter did not sustain through to the end. As a result, EA revises its outlook for global football to end the fiscal year down mid-single digit at the midpoint of the new outlook. Finally, it shared that Dragon Age the Veilguard missed expectations by nearly 50%. Separately, Dragon Age engaged approximately 1.5 million players during the quarter, down nearly 50% from the company's expectations. Given all of this, EA announced it was reducing its expected net bookings to $2.215 billion for the third quarter and between a range of $7 billion and $7.15 billion for the entire 2015 fiscal year. It also shared its net revenue will likely come in at $1.883 billion. So that's where we're at. This game, victim of the economy, sure. Also victim of its own ideology. You tried to see if you could take something that already existed, that already had a fan base, which has been the recipe for a lot of this stuff. Instead of just making a new franchise, they decided to take Dragon Age and insert a bunch of shit in it that nobody wanted. Nobody was asking for this. And it failed. Now, I think if you would have actually delivered a Dragon Age experience that longtime fans were expecting, this probably could have been something that would have made a lot of people happy. But you decided not to do that. You decided not to do that, and you got what you got. You got bad results. So we have another year or two of this stuff. We'll see how much longer they want to push it, but I would suspect that by next year things start to change a little bit in the video game industry. But this is going to be a hard year because a lot of the stuff that's coming out this year, keep in mind, it came into development around one of the most wildest times in American history as far as just nonsense goes. So we'll see. We'll see what comes out. I plan on playing a lot of my backlog this year. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.